question.
Coach, your thoughts on some of the shot selections from the batters, especially Gurbaz up against Bumrah, and overall the batting effort?
Yeah, obviously disappointed with a few of the shots or the decision making. Obviously, Bumrah is going to be a key bowler for any side. So for India, he's crucial, and we needed to play him better. His figures would suggest we didn't play him very well. We'd obviously spoken about it and how we were going to play him, so we weren't able to execute that. And yeah, that's very disappointing. And I know there are a few batters, or most of them are thinking they could have done a bit better with their decision making, but also execution.
Jonathan, Rashid was your main bowler and he lived up to the expectation. But your thoughts on his bowling, what he did right. And apart from that, he finished his quota by 14th over. You think he was not bowling in the most difficult overs?
Well, I think it's important when you have a hunch and you want to attack and you bowl 3 overs for 26. I think no matter when you bowl, you've done a good job. So whenever Rash bowls, or whenever Rash turns a game around like he did for us today, then I think it's brilliant. It's not just one bowler. Other people have to bowl the 16 other overs to be bowled, and it's responsibility of other bowlers to be able to execute the plans that we put in place, which is crucial, especially on a pitch like this where we can set ourselves something that's attainable. So I thought Rash bowled brilliantly today, and he has high expectations of himself, and he delivered today. Everybody else, could follow suit. That would be great.
Good afternoon, Jonathan. I think you kind of touched upon that yourself as well, but I just wanted you to, if you could expand. Don't you think when it comes to purely taking wickets, the side probably depends a bit too much on Fazil and Rashid? Don't you think the others need to chip in as well in terms of wicket taking?
Well, wicket taking, I think, and certainly in T20 and on these types of wickets, comes from creating pressure. So you need to find a way to create pressure, or a way to sort of not get hurt on types of wickets like this where there's a short boundary and with the wind. So you need to be able to execute and get yourselves. If you're not getting wickets, you're not leaking for too many runs. So for me, we just weren't able to do that. We were a little bit in between, and then the plans that we did have, we weren't able to execute, which releases the pressure on the Indian batsman. I thought the way that Shreya Kumar played was very good. We needed somebody to play that type of innings, and we just didn't have anybody to come in and do that.
Jonathan, as he had asked earlier about Rashid completing his spell a little early, did that have a lot to do with Surya Kumar going the way he was going, and you had to bowl your best bowler at that time?
Look, I think when the captain decides when he bowls, I don't have a problem with the way that Rashid finished and when he did. If he had taken another wicket, or if he had got Pandey out last ball, we would be sitting here saying it's a masterstroke. So I think hindsight's a fantastic thing. I don't think Rashid finishing the game or finishing his bowling in the 14th over is the problem why we lost the game. No, I'm just saying. I'm saying it's not the reason why Rashid finished in the 14th. There's other 16 overs where people have got to bowl better. So I have absolutely no qualms, and that's my answer.
Jonathan, we all know that Rashid Khan is a brilliant spinner.
Do you want Rashid to do the press?
No. I have a question. I have a question for you about Rashid Khan.
Okay.
And it just happens that he happens to be here. But what, in your opinion, makes Rashid Khan a genius and a brilliant spinner? How would you dissect out his brilliance?
How long we got? I think with all great players, it's a lot of the time it's what they do off the field that's not in front of the cameras, and the way they conduct themselves. And obviously Rash is sitting here and he won't mind me saying, but setting high standards for themselves that take others with them and inspire other people. And work ethic, desire, ability to listen and learn, and always wanting to grow and discover, try new deliveries and push the boundaries on your own game. Sometimes I think as players, and at times I was maybe like this as a player, you try and hold on to what you have and you don't want to grow as a player. You try and protect what you've got. I wish I had pushed myself with regards to testing my game and pushing the boundaries on what I could achieve as a player. I think Rashid sets a great example for that for all younger players, not only in Afghanistan but around the world and in India and the IPL and across the globe. So, yeah, that's all I can say really. And he bowls pretty well as well.
Jonathan, how would you assess the pitch here at Kensington Oval?
Well, I think it played a little bit better than we'd seen previous games. I thought the bounce was a little bit more consistent for the seamers, but obviously in Caribbean style, you'd want to see a little bit more pace on the pitch. But that's the characteristics of the West Indies, and we've got to adjust to that. And we go to St. Vincent's now, and I'm sure that we've seen the pitch there, and I presume it'll be a little bit similar. But that's the World Cup. You've got to turn up and play on what you're given, and you've got to beat the other side on the conditions that you're presented with. And we've got to do that against Australia in 2 days' time. And I fully believe we can do that. And as long as we learn from today and we apply ourselves better in the areas that we've discussed and we execute better.
Thank you so much, Coach.
Good.